Yo, what up, fuckers? That's right, we're starting the video off with a swear so we can confuse the AI age verification thing. Wait, people even still talk about that? Anyways, this is the start of a new series that I'm doing. It's Glory Journals 3 Dawn of World Wars. It's a mod that I had played a while ago, and I had gotten to gotten very far into the campaign until there was a bug with one of the missions that basically made it impossible to be beaten. And there was already a fix available, but my phone couldn't handle it. It was something about newer versions or whatever, so I tried a bunch of things. None of it worked. I lost all my progress, but recently the developer of the mod, Robert Katsura, made a new release that hopefully worked on phones like mine, and lo and behold, it did. So now I'm going to make a playthrough of the mod because I think it's a really awesome mod. Glory Journals 3 was always a game that I enjoyed, and seeing it be made into something way better than what it was. No, I dig it. I still have that other video, the World Conqueror 4 scale tier list. I can do that whenever, but I'm just lazy. So that'll be done sometime. I don't know. It's not a video that I'm super interested in doing. It's slop. It's genuine slop. I always call my video lazy content train videos, but this is tier list, fucking tier list of the skills. That's genuine slop. And we love slop. I mean, I go to McDonald's every day for real. Little intro aside, I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so before we begin, I'd like to just give a little overview of the mod. So before you do anything else, you want to play the tutorial mode. It's the missions that give you a lot of medals and a lot of starting resources. They're pretty easy, but the advanced tutorial is a little finicky. Sometimes you'll have moments where Gov won't do enough damage for Heinrici to die after a few turns and open the battlefield for you to capture the red objective, which will basically cause you to have to restart or not get all the rewards. It's just simple, just restart until you get it, So once you get the tutorial done, you'll want to go and buy some generals. I'll show you mine right here. I got Menshine, Eisenhower, Zhukov, Guderian, Donuts, Montgomery, Lieb, and Tassinji. Tassinji, he will be very useful for you later on. Trust me. After that, you want to buy the Hero Medal, the Honor Medal, the National Medal, and the Combat Medal. Those are also very useful for you. And if you want, you could buy the Field Supply package. It'll give you some heals during battle, 3 per battle. It's not required, and if you want, you can instead save the medals to buy the Martial medals, which are these ones, especially the infantry one. It makes infantry EFs not die, so that's very useful. And the elite forces in general, they're also really good. There's a lot of new ones, a lot of reworked ones, and it's really fun just to see all the new units that are available. You'll see some ships in the artillery section and the tank section. Those are just because the Navy one doesn't really work right, so they have to put in other slots. But yeah, all these tanks, all these infantry, all the artillery, it's all just super fleshed out. It's a really enjoyable experience, so that's why I recommend you to play this mod if you do.
You